That's right. What's up, fellow knowledge seekers? We coming to you live. That's right. We finna talk about Superman. We finna talk about Sandman. We finna talk about everything. But it's just me on right now. So that's right. I'm coming in here talking about Superman. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen it yet, but I keep hearing good reviews about it. And then during the week, we was getting all sorts of videos. Whoa. Oh, well, good morning, sunshine.
I'm working on the camera thing, and then I didn't know time had passed. Listen, you can't talk about Superman unless you went and seen it. So other than that, it's a great movie. Go watch it. Other than that, let's get on with the Sandman. What Charles Heston the third at? I sent him the link.
I see the link.
Huh?
I see it. I don't know where you at.
Yeah. Anyways, what was I finna say? Right. So let's bring the intro. Punk.
Ho?
I can't find it. I'm off this morning, man.
Hey, you all messed up. You ain't even bringing the intro. Wasting money.
MYECOMICS is the best. I guess you know why.
Woo! Welcome back, fellow knowledge seekers. This is my comics busting through the speakers, and I am back, Frankie J, along with Midnight Assassin. Yeah, I gave him some props this week. I'm gonna go ahead and liven up who he is, because he does bring a lot to the show, even though he don't do shit prepping for the show. Anyways, and
a little bit in there.
In this episode, yeah, we talking about the Sandman, and we're gonna give shots out to other stuff, but we're talking about the Sandman today because El Cheapo over here. Before we get into the Sandman, El Cheapo over here want to go and see Superman in the theaters. He want to wait till it's streaming. He's gonna be a content creator and not want to go see the movie.
Who are you talking to? What are you
Anyways,
you don't even know where you're pointing at.
I'm pointing at you. Anyways, let's get on with the show, Biden. I need to pull some stuff real fast. So, did you watch Sandman? Season 2, episode 1 through 6.
Yeah, because he broke the rule, man. He killed a family member. He ain't supposed to do that, and he went ahead and did it. And now all the faces like looking at him like, oh, he broke a major rule and stuff. So we finna see what's gonna happen to this dude. Like,
man, you just jumped straight to the end, huh?
Oh, bro, like he murked his own son, bro. Like that joke was like, it was heartfelt, and he like, you saw all the dripping on his fingers and everything. It was just like, man, like he got messy with it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, his son knew love. Like his son could feel that, and he like spent his whole life really trying to get after his lover, his first wife, and like she got bit by the snake and then ended up in Hades and stuff. And his son like asked to get ask his aunt because she was deaf and she was gonna give him a way to go down there and stuff because his father wasn't helping him out. So his uncle said, hey, you can ask her. And she was like, he went to ask her. And she was like, yeah, but that means I can never take you down to the underworld if I give you this ability. And she was like, are you sure? He was like, yes. So he goes down to Hades, bro. She's like, all right, so this dude's immortal. And he's all happy and stuff. And she was like, all right, cool. He goes down, he talks to what's her name? Like the queen, because it's Hades. And
for Stephanie.
Stephanie, that's right. It's like Stephanie, but per Stephanie. Yeah. So he goes talk to both of them, and his dad warned him there's always rules, something you gotta trade stuff. So they was like, yo, you could take her, but you gotta go down this path, and you can never turn around. Like as you're going out, you gotta make it through the path. So he they grant him the ability to go down this path and stuff. And he was like, yo, you just don't need to turn around. His dumb ass turn around, look at her, and she gets pulled back into Hades, and he just goes back to the regular world without her. because it's stupid. It's stupid behind turned around, looked at her and stuff, man. Lost her all together and stuff. So he's distraught. He's depressed. He's like, I gotta do it again. I gotta do it again. I need another. It's like you only get one chance. And now he's immortal. He can't die. Like he's trying to kill himself. Like can't nothing take his life. So these ravaging sisters come through the woods. I forgot what their name was. They come through the woods and everything. They killing everybody. It's like, oh, they kill so many people. It's like folklore. It can't be real. He's like, they real, and I'm gonna see them, and I'm gonna let them kill me. So he go out there and they eat him all up, eat his flesh, and they cut his head off and stuff and kiss him. And then he rolled back in the sea on the shore. It's just his head. Yo, he immortal and he just got a head. That's it, bro. He got to live the rest of his days alive with no body. Like, what's going on here, man? So now he got his dad say, hey, man, what did you say before? You have no father and stuff. He's like, but he still got the priesthood. He developed this whole priesthood to take care of his, his head, throughout his life, for the rest of his life and stuff. So this dude, he's living, his sorrow and stuff, depressed, but he can take care of the priesthood. Then the head gets stolen. Then he find out about it. He get Constantine. I don't know why they say Constantine. Everybody else say Constantine, but they say Constantine in the show. It's weird. But anyway, get her to retrieve the head and stuff. And that's the whole thing. She ended up in the dungeon, and then they start singing and everything. But he get them back together and stuff. And he's like, yo, I can't believe my father visited me and stuff. We talking about Dream. Dream is his father and stuff. But anyway, he visited him, and he's like, if I help you out, you get that one wish. I get the one wish, and that is, we call it the boom or something. Basically his dad Dream can take his life. That way he gets to go to the underworld. And so his dad Dream, they end up getting information, going to see the brother. What's his sister's name? The delusional. What's her name?
Delirium.
Delirium. Yeah. They go to this other world. They meet up with the brother and everything. And he notices Dream is growing. Dream is changed and everything. You know what I'm saying? He's grown. He's understanding more emotions. Because the dude's on the spectrum on the other end wasn't feeling nothing. Was just when he felt love, it was more desire, not really love. And it was just boom, this dude would just switch back and forth. He wasn't really it wasn't as complex as it should have been. It was just one track mind, a one trick pony. So yeah, his brother's noticing yo, you actually care a little more about certain things. When I make certain comments 300 years ago, you ain't care about none of these people. Now you acting a certain way. I'm proud of you. So his brother tell him last thing, he's yo, love is the real reason to do anything. And then he goes up and he goes back to his son and he gives him the boom and all the drippings coming down and stuff. But then the fates is yo, you ain't supposed to kill a family member. You broke a rule.
You know something? Is Dream really maturing? So it's two storylines that's going on here. We got the one that's dealing with Queen Nadia, right? And then we got the one of following rules and what rules should you follow. So when Dream didn't help out his son, and when she explained the rules to him, he said, man, listen, if I unalive you, then this would happen. As an English, you can't unalive blood. That's number one. Number two is, there are rules that's dealing with death. We can't interfere in those rules. And he told him that, all right? And so Orpheus, determined to break the rules, went to his sister that broke rules. And then he went down to see Persephone and whatever the guy, Hades. Yeah. And then they told him, hey, listen, this is the rules. If you turn around, then boom, you and your wife, you're not gonna see her ever again. To me, he just broke 5 or 6 rules. And so what we're saying is in the show, Orpheus, he broke rules. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's all he did. He broke rules his whole life.
You didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish. So then they intertwine Orpheus breaking rules and his dad.
Oh, you talking about?
No, we intertwine another story because we're going to Nadia because we're talking about him growing and destructions on things, saying that back in the day, Dream would have stayed with the rules. He wouldn't have been so forgiving or apt to break the rules. That's what we're saying. We're saying now that Dream realizes that maybe rules don't count and it's okay to go ahead and break them, but there are consequences to breaking the rules, as they show at Orpheus. All right, but then with Queen Nadia, she had a choice to make. And again, I'm kind of with Dream. I'm not with Death as the sister saying, hey, she was sentenced to 10,000 years. I'm like, the whole thing was, it goes with, as an endless, you shouldn't be messing with mortals. But he went ahead, Dream broke a rule, and he started messing with mortals, which Nadia. And then Nadia said, listen, the things that will happen if me and you became married, now I don't want that for my people. And Dream was like, nah, let's go ahead and break the rules and we be together. And then she was like, nah, I'd rather burn in hell before I do that. And then he was like, oh, okay. Because he was mad that he couldn't get her. So I think it's a lot of rule breaking going on in this show, and they're trying to confuse us. But now that I'm talking it through, Dream broke the rules back in the day when he was trying to love Queen Nadia. He shouldn't even been messing with her.
Yeah, but the thing is, it wasn't love; it was desire.
Yeah, so we don't know that. We don't know that yet.
That's why she said he's incapable of love.
No. Listen, we don't know that yet because we don't know that yet because he haven't said it. We got what he said. We got what Nadia said. We got what Nadia said, and then we got what Desire said. But Dream still hasn't realized if it's desire or love.
Desire didn't say nothing to him. Like,
yeah, he did.
What did Desire say?
Desire said it to Dream. He said it was your desires.
But then Nadia said, I think your kind is incapable of love.
Correct.
In her mind, she really felt he did not love her. It was
but the point remains is, has Dream realized if it's desire or love? Because he truly believes that he loves. In fact,
Dream is growing, because before it was not love. It was like, I want this. Oh, you don't want it? This is what you get. Like, he lashed out. And so when he talked to Delirium, he was like, maybe I might have acted hastefully. So
yeah, but when he talked to Death
unjustly. And so, like, now he's changing after 10,000 years. He's
but
seeing
that still don't differentiate love from desire, because in love you also will make rash decisions. Desire causes you to make rash decisions. So we still ain't found out the difference with him between desire and love.
Well, we're seeing it with his brother. We're seeing it with
what brother?
That went up in
destruction. Listen, we ain't seen nothing with destruction except for he abandoned his post. We ain't truly got a real story on why he left.
The reason he said that he abandoned his post was like, he didn't like, and then he said it, and also his sister Death said it. It was like, he loved the people so much, like he knew what they were capable of. He didn't want to be responsible for their destruction. He knew they were going to destroy themselves. He's responsible for all that, but he was just in love too much that he just stepped back and he was like,
in love with the people.
Yeah, that's what he said, and that's why he told Dream love is the most important reason. And
to do something. So now this goes back, because you just said it. So him going to save Nadia, right? When he saved Nadia, that was because of love,
right?
Not desire. Oh no, but hold on, no. Let me finish. Because of love. But in that point in time, okay,
it took him 10,000 years. He changed. Then that's like, before that, he would have never done that. Like 10,000 years.
And listen, if he truly loved her, he wouldn't have got with her.
But he changed. It took him 10,000 years. That's why his
brother said, from what?
That's why his brother said you grew, because he changed. He was one way. 10,000 years goes by. He's another way now.
Okay. but it's still rule breaking. Anyways,
he ain't never not break a rule. Like him just being in the mortal world was breaking the rules. He just changed. That's all he did. He just changed from 10,000 years his way to like 10,000 years another way. And then he decided to go down there and break her out. But it took him 10,000 years.
Okay. What do you think about Loki, Thor, and Odin's arrival also, and with them bringing Loki in and playing an extra part in there?
I mean, obviously not the MCU Loki. It ain't more like that that anime Loki. I mean, Loki and Thor and all them. Like there's more like that one. But yeah, like I mean, once again, breaking rules. I don't think he would have made that deal that he made with Loki at the end like 10,000 years ago. But now he's like he's a completely different dream than he was 10,000 years ago. So now he's like making all these pacts and deals and breaking rules and like he's finding like, oh, like, you know, for love, like I'm gonna do this, and this. Whereas 10,000 years ago, it was like you're going to hell for 10,000 years.
Okay. And then so I think the pact that he made with Loki gonna play a key thing when we're dealing with the fates come to get Dream, I would hope. I guess the other thing is go. Sorry.
I was gonna say, like, you know, it's a lot of stuff that, you know, especially with stuff like it's written like this, it's stuff you can't predict a lot of times. I mean, I know Real Revelation's pretty good at predicting stuff, but it's like, you know, it's a lot of stuff, it's not streamlined. So it's like, you know, this happened, maybe like you said, it could benefit him in the future when the fates start coming after him, because like he has no idea. I mean, he's probably in the back of his mind, but he don't know how it's going to affect him, how it's going to impact him when the fates.
I don't think he cared at this point. I think that's what destruction. I think that's the message that he received from destruction. Like he may be on the precipice of saying, "Listen, what's the point? What's the point of me being the Dream King when it just runs on its own? Like, what is my true responsibility? Or you know, I'm doing." And so when he unalived his son, he did it for love.
Right.
Oh, this coming together. This getting deep. This man, the Sandman hits different post-pandemic, man.
Because it goes back to like Nadia said, like, you know, she's like, I don't believe the people capable of. And then, you know, it struck a nerve because like he started to like learn more about like, you know, the complexities of love, which his brother is already exhibiting, because like he felt his brother betrayed when it was really like out of love. And he's like,
so the brother's love was for the people, the humans,
right,
which led him to make a decision out of love to leave his post. And his saying to Dream was, if you're going to do anything or make any big decisions, the reason should be for love. Yeah, so while we're looking at Nadia showing growth in Dream, the true love was for his son when he took him out. Like what was that called? A bomb, or
like the boom.
The boom. Okay. It's
like a kid spanking. They call it pow pow. Like
right. I want to make sure we get on to the next subject, because we got a lot to unpack in these first 6 episodes. I got a question. Do you think Desire is brewing something, is doing something behind the scenes? You know what I'm saying? Desire, like, what's the long game for Desire?
It's like when you see Desire, like, you know, he looked like, you know, super mischievous and stuff, but it's like maybe he's just capitalizing on like Desire, like, because everybody has like deep dark desires anyway. So maybe he's not being like malicious, but he's just like capitalizing on desires, because like desires like really trumps people's like perception, or you know their you know, what do you call it, like, you know, their persona that they portray to people and stuff, like, you know, that's one way, but then our desires are something else.
Right. So I guess my thing is, because you got Destiny, destruction. Now let's talk about Destiny real fast. Listen, Destiny remind me of when I was military on some things. Like, that dude don't sway. what he said? Well, Orpheus said, "You're not gonna wish us luck." He's like, "Wish."
No.
Right, exactly. I was like, so
Yeah.
I think he would never break in these first couple of episodes. He won't break from his character or show any growth because he is bound by his nature as destiny. Because he can see the past, present, and future. So he can't.
It's hard to even call that a nature because like he just knows. It's like
Right.
it's like it's like everybody around him are babies and he just already knows. Like
Right.
how can he like react to anything? He just knows.
Right. And then so I want to go back to people that is leaving their post because we forgot about another person that left their post. Because besides destruction, Lucifer also left her post. His post.
Yeah. She dropped at the end, like she's just on the beach, just chilling, and they just talking and stuff. They just like, Lucifer threw me for a loop because I thought something else was gonna happen, like something was like brewing. I thought it was a scheme or something, and then he was just like, oh yeah, that's it. Like I'm on the beach, I'm done. And I'm thinking like there's gotta be something else towards this, but no. And then he gave the key to the angels. Morpheus did, and just kind of threw everybody else for a loop, and then boom, like he on the beach talking to Lucifer, like, yeah, this is that surprised me. Like I didn't know you was gonna do that.
But I'm writing something down for later. Lucifer and destruction left a post. So yeah, so what and to be honest, I think I like the way they played the Lucifer piece out on Sandman, because it would look like he was trying to punish Sandman, or they was trying to punish Sandman, but it really wasn't. And I mean that whole 2-episode thing where we went through and seeing who was gonna get the key to hell was smooth. And my thing was the whole time, like, why don't you give it to heaven? And then the other thought process is like, well, no, God already made his decision. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's supposed to go to Lucifer. I thought they would have God call Lucifer back in, but he gave it back to heaven, which was a key play, and a smart move to show how smart and wise that Dream is.
Yeah. But I've been wondering, like you said, like, with desire, because like now we're talking about Lucifer, it's like, man, like, everybody is succumbing to their desires, like they're tired and they want to just chill and leave their posts and stuff out of desire. It's like, well, maybe that might tie back into it.
You know what? I was thinking that too. And that was going to be my question later on the top. How does desire play in Lucifer leaving their post versus Lucifer leaving their post because they desire to leave because they're tired of doing it, versus destruction leaving their post because of the desire to love humans. And then I guess delirium. What is her name? Delirium. Because her desire was to go search and find her brother.
Right. And
you know what I'm saying?
She's just full of all sorts of desires. Like she's just like, so I'm wondering if desire is gonna tie back into that. Because like if everybody just goes and fulfills their desires, then that leaves the realm to be taken by desire.
Right. And then the other thing, right? So that was damn. We may have just figured out the big play. The realm desires to have it all.
Yeah. So that might, desire might win everything. Yeah. You bringing that up? Yeah, that makes it.
No, you help me bring this up. And listen, so I'm gonna probably go back and watch it later on after everything cool down, because it's too much going on in the superhero community, the sci-fi community, the anime community, to actually concentrate and go back and watch one thing. And so I want to take the last 6 minutes of the show to talk about some of these other things, because that's what you want to do. So with Superman, listen, I went to see Superman yesterday with the fam. All right. And Julian was pleasantly, I'm using these words, ecstatically happy. He had a smile when he walked out. And Julian, like he's in everything. So to see him have a smile when he walked out of a movie theater, because he didn't do that with Captain America, Brave New World. You know, he didn't do that with Thunderbolts. He didn't have that look up in his eye. I mean, the last time he had that look in his eye is when we was in Infinity Wars. And I mean, Avengers Infinity Wars. Like, he was smiling, he was sad. So the Superman movie, I'm gonna tell you, my inner child was satisfied. That's how I felt. Like, my inner child was satisfied. I got a couple critiques that I can say, you know, but I think these critiques that I can say about the movie is because it was great character development. The characters actually had me feeling them in there. So when you get a chance, go see it, and then I'm gonna hold my thoughts until you and Charles Hazelton see it. Fantastic Four. Fantastic. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying I'll be wondering about the universe building, like in the super, because like that was the whole point of like Superman, like James Gunn, to like use this as a catalyst to build what.
All right, I'll go ahead and say this: the universe building, is there in full force.
Oh, sweet. That's why.
Listen. So at the end of the movie, not the post-credit scene, at the end of the movie, it ties some stuff together, and you're like, oh, that's why. And then you're like, oh, that's why. But the key to the show was, you'll be like, oh, that's why. So the key to the show is I ain't gonna say that because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. But they top a couple of loose ends in there. If y'all ask me later on what the loose end is, I'll tell you what my loose end is on the show, because that part that a lot of people didn't want in the show, and we ain't talking about the immigrant stuff, it's a part in the show. It's a key figure in the show, and you wouldn't think this is a key figure, but it's the key figure in the show. And what leads to the key figure being there is the key. I'll tell you offline because I don't want to spoil it for everybody. Okay. And so yeah. So then we have Fantastic Four, and then we got Peacemaker coming out in August. It's a lot. It's like I don't need to go back and watch anything. Plus, we got Old Guard. I still ain't went and watched that. Like we talking about the Sandman. We just got off of Riri Williams. The Old Guard is on Netflix right now.
Oh, stop! I gotta watch that.
Yeah, that's been out for about a week and a half. It was a couple of other things that I have wrote down here to discuss, because I'm like, man, just a whole lot going on. And then of course we got our non-superhero stuff that we kind of mess with. But what's his name? Damon. I can't remember the guy who played Franklin Saints. He in the F1 movie with Brad Pitt. So we're going to see that at 1:30 today. But Damon, he gonna be the new Black Panther.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. And so so that's what I wanted to kind of go into. Like, it's just so much they got going on from now. Oh, and then we got Oz of Wakanda coming out the end of this month or the end of August. So that's what I'm saying. You got, and I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put a post up so we don't forget any of that. But Oz of Wakanda is coming out also this month. So they got a lot of stuff that's just going on. Like, anyways, I'm not gonna ramble. It's back to you, Jed.
Oh, well, I just want to appreciate everybody coming in on the comments.
We don't